Hey there folks, rinimt here and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker! In the last part, we got through Aglaia after infinite queue, and it's time to do some cutscenes. So, Divine Dilemma. Greetings, I'm Kryle, the student of Baldesion. Do I have the pleasure of addressing Derek, the explorer who saw Aiden investigating this place? Hi, I'm Derek, and this here is a baby Oppo Oppo. Yes, I could see that. It doesn't have a name. None that I know of, nor would I presume to bestow one, for that would be condescending. I see. That's very considerate of you. So, I understand you explored the various Phantom realms with Derek. Will you recount to me the experience? I mean, what? Well, the gods tested you sorely. You did not sense any malicious intent. As Beauregard said, they wish to do battle with us, but it would seem they do not necessarily wish to cause us harm. Though mention more about this perplexes, mayhap it is safe to assume that they are not primals. As you may recall, Living Way once told us that the art of summoning as taught by the Ascians incorporates a fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief. Thus do the resultant primals seek to enthrall worshippers, who in turn seek to grow their ranks. But these beings appear to harbor no such desire. If they are primals, then they are unlike those that have been summoned in recent memory. We might suppose that they were created in antiquity in the like manner of Heidelin, but there's no way to prove it. Who could they possibly be, and why do they desire to battle with man? Even of your little Eors, yeah, you know precious little. The true identities of the 12, for instance. Emmett Suck did say that, didn't he? By which we may assume he knew the truth, and challenge you to seek it out. Suffice it to say you'll do so, of course. Insofar as we can ascertain, this is a matter which has implications for the entire star. In light of this, the students of Baldesion formally accept the commission, and we will investigate the Phantom Realm and the beings who call themselves the 12. I am pleased to hear that. Thank you. Well, without further ado, I will take a look around. There are a few things I'm curious about. But with your permission, I'll take myself around the Eorzea and investigate the worship of those gods we encountered. Arya, Derek, seeing as you've already seen this place, would you care to accompany me? By all means, in which case... Please stay here with Kryle, my friend. It wouldn't do to leave a fair maiden alone. Look, look! I shall be glad for the company. Take care then, and good luck! So, to explain my plan, it is believed that the 12 were already worshipped during the 3rd Astral Era, when the Allagan Empire flourished. In the 5th Astral Era, those nations that fought in the War of the Magi each took one of the 12 as a guardian deity. This practice has continued to the present day in Eorzea, with some notable regional differences. For instance, Ishgardians hold Helon as absolute, while Sharlians enjoy a moderate relationship with Thaliak. By visiting various locations in Eorzea and learning about the 12 as they are worshipped, I hope to identify any similarities or differences between them and the beings we encountered. In so doing, I believe we will draw closer to the truth of their identities. For our first destination, I propose we take ourselves to Rogger's Reach. The place is holy ground for worshippers of the Destroyer and promises to yield useful details. Rogger's Reach. Let's go! There you are, Arya. This place served as the base of operations for your investigation to Omega, did it not? How delightful to be here together. If you don't mind my making observations, since you enjoy traveling with company. I do. It's something I dreamed of for a long time. I enjoy company, but sometimes I prefer my own. Is that so? What of yourself? Do you normally travel alone? In my wanderings, I much prefer to have solitude. Not that I avoid people or communities, mind you. As a matter of fact, I've been here before, but on a trail of the Phantom Realm. Now that I think of it, more often than not, those places where Phantom Realm settings are known to occur have a tradition of 12 worship. I dare to hope that we are on the right track. As I'm sure you know, Rogger's Reach is home to the Temple of the Fist, the ancient headquarters of the Fist of Rogger. Raised by the Mad King Theodoric, the temple lay abandoned before the Alamagan resistance claimed it for its operations. While I doubt that much literature has survived over the years, the people here may possess some knowledge of the local faith. So let's split up and make inquiries and reconvene here afterwards to share our findings. I may have added words in there, and I'm not going back to it. We're sticking to it. Alright, well, let's examine this first, I guess. It's right here. Read the words inscribed on the monument. A storm of blood approaches fast. Hell's open heavens weep, for no one soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. Once upon a time, at least explain to you their meaning, that we must prepare ourselves for the strife and sorrow that will inevitably come. Alright, there should be another one. Right over here. Oh, if it's an Arya, is this man perchance a friend of yours? When he last he visited, he shared with me the tales he heard on his journeys. What amazing tales they were. Yep. Time, I'd love to hear both of your stories. Last, we were in some haste. We're investigating the worship of Rogger and seek literature on the subject, religious texts and the like. Can he still be found here? Just about all of it is gone, sadly, destroyed by the Empire, if not the Mad King before that. But we haven't lost everything. The mighty image of the Destroyer, the tales we share at the campfire, like the legend of our nation's founding. We still have these things, and they were a great source of great comfort and strength to us in our darkest moments. See, if you don't mind, I would be obliged to hear some of your stories this time. Arya, rest assured that I have this well in hand. Feel free to carry on as you were. It's way over there. I'm just gonna do this. Yes, if you have some business, please make it quick. I'm due to meet with someone any moment now. Forgive me my delay. Why, is an adventure host kindly escorting me to the Temple of the Fist? Are you studying monks too, perchance? I mean, I'm literally a monk. So you ought to work together with me and my colleague here. Few things are finer than joining heads with like-minded folk. I'm literally a monk. Like, researching the worship of the Destroyer, you say? Why didn't you mention it sooner? This is a copy of Destructivity, a scripture of the Fist of Rogger, original was one of the few texts that survived the temple's razing, and was recovered by a monk named Wiedergilt. Hi, buddy! I'm under the trouble of having this made for my colleague, only for her to say she doesn't need it, so I'll offer it to you instead. Let's see for it. This is your passion, not mine. I'm simply assisting you as a favor, and I thank you not to put us in danger. But the danger is a crucible in which the monk tempers body and mind. So sublime, monks. Well, we best return to our work. Till next time, adventurer. I don't get to see where you go. Aww. Darn. Sad now. Get to see my buddy. Arya, what were you able to learn? And my old buddy doesn't want to actually say me, or something like that. Copy of all the scriptures you say. A moment while I skim over it. See, this chapter appears to be a record of the construction of the great image of Roger, written in a style that suggests folklore was committed to parchment. When the deluge of the Sixth Umbral Calamity threatened the Eorzea, the ancestors of the Alamegans were guided to safety by a comet. Leaving them with Senpai Rocker, they came to hold him in the highest. This much of the tale I have been familiar with. According to the scripture, among those refugees who followed the comet, some claim to have caught sight of Roger himself. Their accounts were passed down through the centuries, and worshippers of the Destroyer pieced them together to give shape to yonder statue. Let's say it bears more than a passing resemblance to the being we encountered. Were there Roger or Primal, the explanation of the similarities would be simple. That is, the statue gives rise to a unified interpretation of Roger's appearance, which in turn lends form to the Primal. However, this fails to account for what inspired the likeness in the first place. If this scripture is to be believed, it was a science during the Sixth Umbral Calamity. Yet for those witnesses to be able to recognize Roger, they would have needed an agreed-upon idea of his appearance beforehand. If we then consider the history of 12 worship, that it already existed in the Third Astral Era, it would not be ridiculous to think that these divinities existed even prior to that. The question is, did these beings give rise to their respective phase, or are they primals born of them? I thought we made it clear, we are not summoned beings. Since time immemorial, our domains have lain scattered across the Eorzea. As a matter of fact, one of those in which you set foot is nearby. It is not unusual for mortals to glimpse us. That voice, could they be? Indeed, I am Beauregard, and hot beside me is Roger. I shall elaborate upon my master's explanation. We thus disguise ourselves when we wish to observe the world without, for being seen in our true forms would violate our laws of conduct. Yet though we similarly disguise our sanctums, veiling them in illusion, rents are known to manifest when surrounding ether is unstable. At such a time, should a gifted mortal chance to be nearby, they may inadvertently catch sight of us. Of course, during Umbral Calamity, etheric imbalance occurs on a star-wide scale, the ideal condition for seeing the Phantom Realm. Precisely how many times we've been seen, we ourselves have no way of knowing, but that is a sound assumption to make. Well, Beauregard, I believe that much shall suffice by way of an apology for our deception, shall we? Indeed, that is all we are at liberty to reveal. Very well, children of man. Aside from their arrest, since where it concerns their identity and objective, these divinities are certainly approachable. If what they said was true, then their worship can be traced back to their sightings, would it serve to explain one thing? According to my research in the field of comparative mythology, Rhalgrs are often observed to bear many similarities with Ramu. Assuming both were inspired by the Rhalgr of the Phantom Realm, their divergences may be attributable to differences in culture between man and self. So you believe that they gave rise to the prevailing face of Eorzea? Given available evidence, yes, I am inclined to. Yet none of this explains their presence. How and when did beings of such power come into existence? Oh, 'tis you, Kryle. Has something happened? Truly, very well, I shall take care of it. I was recruited an acquaintance to aid in our investigation, an authority on mythology. I must go and receive her at the Sunken Temple of Karm, where she is currently conducting fieldwork, after a brief tour to prepare a little something. Conveniently, Thomala's home to countless adherents of Nalthal. While I attend to my business, may I ask the two of you to make inquiries in Ulda? Very well. Excellent, I'll join you as soon as I'm able. By your leave. So, it's to be just you and me in Ulda. I suppose it can't be helped. Face of an explorer. What strange manners for one who proposed the survey to so promptly abandon it. On the lie, I'm not given to working one-on-one with another, but I suppose I agreed to this arrangement. Well, we had best be on our way. As I recall, Melvineth Aquarium is so close for construction, so let's try our luck with Arzaneth Ossuary. You have no objection traveling separately, I trust. Good. I shall see you in Ulda. Yes. Oh my gosh. There's a performance going on over there. I have it muted because I've had spoiler issues before with performances. Ah, you're here. Of the deific twins Nalthal, they worship Thal, who keeps the realm of the dead and weighs the worth of men's souls. In contrast, Nal keeps the world of the living and oversees their financial fortunes. Their names are borne by many a location, and religious organizations, some extremely wealthy and powerful, exist to nurture faith in them. On the surface, it may seem strange that a hub of commerce such as Ulda could be home to such spiritual people, but it's actually quite logical when one considers that their religion is, in essence, commerce. In any event, Nalthal is a truly unusual divinity. What was originally held to be one god can be worshipped as twins. Indeed, rather than two distinct entities, that which we encountered was a single being possessed of two personalities. The item is here. Did he say they encountered Nothal? And while his appearance differs somewhat to divinities worshipped, it cannot be denied that there are striking similarities in their nature. Perhaps we should avoid talking about that here? Forgive me, this is hardly a place for such a conversation. Let's continue it elsewhere. I pressed the wrong buttons. It was careless of me to openly speak of our encounter with a divinity within the place where he is worshipped. Your Honor shall exercise greater caution. I thank you for alerting me to my indiscretion and asking you to keep it between us. Now then, to finish our conversation. As I mentioned, though, although Nothal's worship by men appears somewhat different, there are undeniable similarities in their nature. So we report this much to Grahatia. With that, our work here is done. Rather than waiting for a companion to arrive, perhaps we might seek him out at the Sunken Temple? I mentioned needing to make a detour. Where we to sail now, we ought to be able to catch up to him? After all, we hardly know one another. Rather than lie there with an unfamiliar person, it's better to use our time protectively. Wouldn't you agree? Then let's head to the Sunken Temple of Karn at once. Okay. Let's go then. Go to Karn. Shall we play a game of Do Already Get Lost in Little Alamigo? Yes. The answer is yes. I will. In case you were actually wondering. See? See? I told you. Ah! Turn. Ah! Ugh. You're here, thank goodness. I found this woman collapsed, so I can see no obvious injuries. Right tire, she appears to be some manner of scholar? Am I beg? Please? See, Arya, may I trouble you find her bag? I will stand lookout in the meantime. Somewhere I want to say these. It's like right there. It's this large bag literally right here. You find a skin with a little water left it, but there appears to be no provender. I decide to take the water to the woman. So the rest is so hungry. Ugh. Food. I need food. I have not saved dry meat tough as leather. Do you have anything easier to consume? Arya, Derek, what are you doing here? Actually, that can wait. Maybe a snow game. I brought you Arkan Loaf and coffee, made sweet and creamy, just as you like it. I'm reborn, washed down with a sweet beverage, the life-giving the juice of Arkan Loaf permeate my being from head to toe. Thank you, kind stranger. However you knew my preferred source of sustenance, you are truly a godsend. Oh, it's you, Raha. What brings you here? I don't recall mentioning my fieldwork. It's for my research in the Bahadian's worship of Azema, you see. Haven't you heard from Kyle? The students are presently investigating the 12, and we would prevail upon your expertise. May I introduce Snow Game, expert mythologist. She's collaborated with students, and like many Australian scholars, is passionate about her endeavors to the point of forgetting to eat. Seeing as she's recovered, may I ask the two of you to tell her about the Phantom Realm? The 12 abide in the Phantom Realm, and you exchanged not only words with them, but blows beside? Incredible. And your descriptions of the domains, a thunderous tower in one and a sweltering city in another, precisely as the heavens of lightning and fire depicted in legend. In ancient times, worshippers of the 12 believed that there exist 7 hells and 7 heavens. Aetherology has since established that departed souls return to the ethereal sea. But it seems those afterlife domains were more than just inventions of mortal imagination. As a pursuer of myths, I must say it feels somewhat anticlimactic to suddenly have these revelations given to me. But more than that, I'm dying to know more, which is to say, please allow me to join your investigation. We would of course welcome your presence. Without further ado, then let's head to the Ultros. Kral awaits us there. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome, Snowgime. I'm glad you could join us. Krell, how delightful to see you again. I understand you've been doing a fine job leading in students. May I say what a lovely place this is? At a glance, this appears to be the highest of the heavens of legend, the 7th heaven. And oh, if those are symbols representing the other heavens, I take it those are the respective gateways? I should like to pay them all a visit. Snow games benefit. Let's review what we've learned thus far, and then deliberate the next step. The gods reappeared before us in Rogger's Reach, though they were disguised as unassuming creatures. Their laws forbid them from showing their true forms outside their realm. Yet in the event the ambient ether becomes unstable, such as during umbral calamity, it is possible for the realm, and indeed the gods themselves, to be glimpsed by mortals. And such sightings, we believe, have given rise to the various faiths practiced throughout Eorzea. As we confirmed in Ul'dah, the Nothal worshipped by people and the Nothal we encountered have more similarities than they do differences. In the course of exploring the Ultros, 2 things caught my attention. First is a gate which lies to the innermost area. If each of the other 6 gates leads to an elementally aspected heaven, and we stand in a 7th heaven as Snowgime says, then what then lies beyond the last gate? The second is this monument. It harbors some manner of magic, unlike anything I've seen before. I will endeavor to decipher it, but it will take time. Divinities have existed since time immemorial, who abide in domains resembling the heavens of legend. What have they chosen to reveal themselves to mortals seeking battle? Unless they favor us with more of their secrets, 'twould seem this monument holds the key to solving the mystery. Indeed, much more yet lies beyond our understanding, but we'll keep chasing the truth together. As I'm sure you'll agree, though, this is tiring work, both mentally and physically. We need to pace ourselves. We need to wait for more patches to come out. To which end, might I suggest we return to Revenant's Toll and have a rest before we embark on the next stage of our investigation? So rarely do I get to simply chat with colleagues. I had fairly forgotten what it felt like. Indeed, and it's quite fitting that we should do so here at the 7th heaven. Fitting? That's an understatement if I've ever heard one. The 7th and highest of the heavens, which rules over the remaining 6, was right here in Mordona all this time. This isn't fitting, my friends. It's destiny. You are obviously well versed in the myths surrounding the heavens and hells. If you don't mind, I should like to hear your thoughts on them. Invested as they are in their research, it doesn't take much to stoke their passions. My apologies if it makes you feel uncomfortable. Having always traveled alone, I'm admittedly not too familiar with such a lively atmosphere, but I do not mislike it. By the way, the two of you arrived at the temple rather quickly. Did something happen? Well, as pleasant as this has been, it's past time we return to the annex. The paperwork for this commission isn't going to complete itself, alas. I shall take myself to Umpelos. There's so much there that I'd like to see. And I believe I'll go for a walk nearby. It's getting a little warm in here. Alright, do you take care now? Just right over there, okay. Cool. Oh, Arya, it's pleasant, isn't it? The smells and sounds of a tavern, it makes one feel alive. Afterwards, stepping outside alone and breathing the cool air, I like that just as much. On my way of developments, I shall remain here at Bremnes Toll. If there are any tidings, rest assured, I will share them with you. Thank you for your help thus far. I doubt so much could have been accomplished without you. Yay! We have to wait for the next patch, which from when I'm recording this comes out in literally 9 days. That gives you an idea of where I am. We're only 37 minutes in. So, let's take a little waltz over to Charlian then. Let's go. I was gonna do this next part, but it didn't take as long as I thought. Alright, so we want to go... Is this quest? Yeah, that quest. Oh my gosh, okay. Thank you. We want to talk to Medjina. For small business, big dreams. Arya, Ariana, welcome, welcome! And Medjina, assistant shopkeep and apprentice seamstress here at Tataru's boutique. I doubt you remember my face, as I'm merely one of many who owe you our lives. But you always have my gratitude for saving me that one day on the Upland Rhine. Yeah. You're too kind. Well, I hate to ask aught more of you. Please say that you're here to assist Mistress Tataro's new endeavor. Not yet, but she will be soon. That was basically what she said. And whatever would we do without your penchant for turning precisely when you needed it? Now, to make the long story of ourselves and see short, we've secured the resources to produce the new designs and developed in cooperation with guilds near and far, a sufficient quantity to meet rising demand. We cannot rest on our laurels, however. The safe passing adventurers and the occasional intrepid Charlian is all well and good. Hardly taking the world by storm. No. Much like yourself, we must ever look to new horizons. The science proved that cooperation on a star-wide scale is possible, and we would be fools not to capitalize on that to build the grandest trade network in the history of Heidelin. For all the greater good, of course. Yes, this is a wonderful opportunity to bring people together. I often think back to that incredible moment when the Garlean army came to our rescue. Perhaps our efforts too will one day lead to a miracle like that which took place on the Elven Rhine. I have no doubt that they shall, but we mustn't expect such alliances to form themselves. We must be proactive, and who better to woo our future partners in commerce than our current #1 customer? You! Our erstwhile comrades and ours know that when it comes to good equipment and better ideas, you have keen eyes as our adventure extraordinaire. Even should they hesitate at first, I'm certain you can convince them using new samples I prepared. If you'll cover my aether expenses? But of course, with your assistance, we'll have both coin and goodwill flowing in no time. Everything is falling into place. Where shall we send Arya first? Don't you worry, I have it all planned out. First, Limsa Mensa. Sicardo has the bloody executioners working harder than ever, so he is sure to appreciate any extra supplies. Next, Gridania. The Seed Seers are a source of trusted authority and insight into the Shroud, so we do not go amiss in cultivating the investment of Arun Senna. His insular station has given him little opportunity for dealings outside of Gridania in the past, so you'll want to leverage that Ilzabar's contingent camaraderie to assure him of the value of our venture. As for Ulta, I feel confident pinning our hopes on Pippin. He's always been a stalwart ally. It goes without saying that he's more than a little sway in the Sultanate. Between his involvement with the Immortal Flames, the Syndicate, and the Colosseum, he's bound to find a use for quality accoutrements. With that out of the way, Magina, would you do the honors? Never let me say that Taro is stingy with her samples. Now, if you make your way to Limsa and climb aboard the Astalicia, I'm certain someone will point you in Sicar's direction. My own avenues of inquiry with him too, but I'll check in periodically, see how your journey is coming along. Let's get to it! Okay, Limsa Mensa. Way over there, of course. Hi, there you are. I recognize you. What do you want? Well, this is not about another bloody apocalypse. I don't see why not. Wait here. Well, bugger me. Thought we'd seen the last of you for a while. What brings you aboard? Your crew seems busy. No rush for the wagon in law. We're getting so many shipping requests that we've hardly put down anchor since old Charlian. You know, there was a time I thought pirating was the whole world, but being the best of them all meant something. Knowing Elzabar made me see how small my world was compared to the real one. Standing next to the stars finest, I started to wonder what I had to brag about. And the bloody executioners went and did me proud by bringing a better goddamn hull of adamantite than anyone else in the realm. Between that and the new metalworks we've got going with the kobolds, it seems like the right time for the execution to change our sails, so to speak. Which is all to say that if you got wares for promoting, I'd be happy to show them off across the realm and beyond. Masterworks from Sartorius Boutique, guaranteed by the warrior like herself. Almost seems like a waste to wear them. Folk be lining up at the docks for these. Literally, seeing as old Charlotte's only accessible by sea. Now, if we got ourselves an exclusive shipping contract. I see the course clear as day. Now we just need a man and lane on board. He's right useless when there's work to be done, but talk is another matter. And he still owes me one for keeping the Star Yards out of trouble, so I'll have him put me in touch with a few savvy salesman types on the continent. Tell Tatara I look forward to setting sail on this new tide of hers. May the winds of change guide us all right. Arya, it's me. How goes our little adventure this far? Oh, Sikar's eyeing the shipping routes. Is he all according to plan? Other work has only just begun. I'll keep after my own contacts while you work on my room. I hear he's not often in the city, but I don't doubt that Mother Mion can sniff him out. But I was promised my teleportation costs. Why isn't Arya Ariana stuck with a sudden craving for eel pie, were you? Or is it information you fancy? Oh yes, word of our seed seer's coming and going never fails to reach my ears. I'm told that ever since he returned from his foray to Ilzabard, he's been roaming... Excuse me, oh my gosh. He's been roaming back and forth between our neighboring tribe settlements and the stand. You'll miss him if you make for one or the other like as not, so I just you waylay him at Blue Badger Gate. Suddenly congested with that. Just right down here. Curious. Might I ask why you're loitering at the gates, Arya, and with such an enormous sack? I admit you piqued my interest. To integrate the tradition and ingenuity of guilds throughout Eorzea in such a fashion is no small feat. As it happens, I am of the mind to do something similar myself, though I could not blame you should you doubt my understanding of such endeavors. Absent a special dispatch like that which his elder Seatsier order for Ilzabard, it is vanishingly rare for one of my station to leave the shroud. You are doubtless aware that historically, Gridania has placed a piece of the 12s within our covenant with the elementals above all else, often to the detriment of our relationship with other peoples. And yet, much as we are one with the Shroud, are we not also a part of the Star entire? Our ventures into Garlemald made plain the strength of the world united. This entire you carry demonstrates much the same truth. But perhaps you assumed you would need to talk me around to the idea? So I apologize for this disappointment. If 'tis any comfort, I'm nearly as surprised myself. No longer am I content to hear the words of the elementals alone. We should know the voices of men. Though our time in Garlemald has shown me that my ability to listen is average at best. These horns may mark me as gifted in the 12s would, but beyond they inspire neither fear nor awe. Mistaken several times for a Zayla, and may as well be one for all the difference my status as Seedseer makes to those who want for succor. Yet 'twas this self-same insignificance that allowed me, for the first time in my life, to truly feel part of a greater whole. I am but one life among myriads upon this star. I dare say I should behave accordingly. With luck, my elder sister shall agree. Tell Mistress Tatara that her gift is accepted with gratitude, and she ought to hear from us soon. Guess who? Did you speak with Arun yet? That sounds promising. I'm beginning to understand what makes our Seedseer friend tick. But we can discuss that later. You need to catch Pippin ere his duties taken from Ultros once more. I believe he spends much of his time at the Colosseum, so perhaps you should pay a visit to the Gold Court. I'll be awaiting your full report at the boutique. Alright. Colosseum Ultros. Here? Maybe? Yeah, Colosseum, not sure. Cool. I see. Marshal Taropin is currently engaged in another meeting, but I shall tell him that Arya awaits his convenience. Thanks. My apologies for keeping you waiting. I didn't expect you here this evening. Tara's offering quality material, is she? I can hardly say no to that. It fits almost too perfectly with my plans for the flames. I have long striven for mastery of the blade. I require the trials of Ilzabard, however, to truly see Tizona for what it is. A fire that warms the coldest night, the spark that ignites the blaze of hope, and most of all, an unbreakable testament to Father's faith in me. More ally than tool is a treasure beyond price. Does every soldier of the immortal flames not deserve allies such as this? Arms and armor to remind them of what they fight for, to protect, to help them stand when they might otherwise fall? Indeed, works made possible only through the ingenuity and dedication of allies across the star, and maybe just the sort of inspiring armaments we need. I anticipate that I will be sending along an order for custom equipment ere long. In the meantime, would you mind if I use these samples for a few trials here at the Colosseum? my things, so we shall put them to use immediately. As a child of Ulda, however, not strikes fear into my heart like the prospect of receiving valuable goods for free. I must insist to accept something in return. I haven't meaned to gift that necklace to Taru. Its poor condition aside, she might rather not have it. Have it than not. It's a completely different meaning. Wow, I can read. I've spoken with Taru at some length about our past, you understand. In many ways, we are quite similar. As you may recall, her family was bankrupted when she was very young, a consequence of her family's business failing. They were forced to put all their wealth towards paying off his debts, and then some. One asset they reluctantly parted with was a necklace treasured by her mother, for which Tataru has long searched to no avail. Strangely enough, I've recently discovered jewelry of the very same description that Mrs. Story of neglected Colosseum praises. Assuming it is the same piece, I would like to see it returned to her. It's significantly worse off for having changed hands, though, and only the sapphire centerpiece remains unlost and undamaged. She may appreciate the sentiment nevertheless, but it's difficult to say. What do you think? Memories it holds for her aren't lost or damaged. True enough. Though if it's to be a gift, I would prefer it to at least clean it up a bit. In that case, I consider asking the Goldsmith's Guild, but you ought to be able to turn the necklace into a piece that Tara would wear, if not precisely what she remembers. I imagine you will have the opportunity to pick up gems and other suitable materials on your travels. From there, it is merely a matter of you to find the pieces. Are you willing? Then we'll have the sapphire removed from its setting and sent to the boutique with all haste. I doubt even Tara would dare open a private package addressed to you. Best of luck in finding matching materials in your mercantile endeavors, of course. May traders guide you to a fortunate fare. Alright, back to Old Shirley again. You return with your bag all the way around our samples, I hope? Speaking of which, a parcel from Pippin Targopan and probably not bells ago addressed to you. Could it be that our newfound partnerships are already bearing fruit? Our mother's necklace? Why, that's a wonderful idea. Please allow me to assist. I swear I won't breathe a word of this to Mr. Tataru. I do wonder what parts you will need. Do you know what style Mr. Tataru prefers? If this necklace is to be a keepsake, why not focus on that? Oh, apologies, I could not help it over here. It's quite alright, but do please keep your voice down. What was it you were saying? It simply occurred to me that since you were gifted the sapphire so readily, our other partners in this endeavor may wish to offer up something for Mr. Tataru as well. With such gifts, you could turn a necklace into a memento of not just her past and his trials, but her present successes as well. That's perfect! If our plans for the boutiques proceed apace, we should soon have more than enough tokens from friends across the seas. What do you think, Arya? Well, were you waiting for little old me? Mr. Tataru, we are discussing the successful delivery of the samples, yes. Good to hear. How fares your Pippin? I knew he would come through, though I admit that I wasn't expecting an outfit of a whole host of immortal flames quite so soon. I suppose it goes to show that even the most hardened warrior can always learn a thing or two. And Cicada and Rune have changed as well, if your tales are any indication. I imagine their personal growth bodes well for that of our network. Thank you for checking up on them. I'm gonna sort through our current commissions before deciding who to approach next, but I know I can count on you to be ready when we are. Yay! Alright, time to take the next quest from Medina. You must first complete the Shadow of Mach quest series. I believe... Give me a moment. I need to check some patch notes here. Gosh, I cannot type. No. Typing patch notes. Not here. Is it in that? Hold on. Thanks for highlighting something though. Yes, open. Okay, so we don't want to talk to her yet because that is patch 6.2. This is gonna be a patch by patch thing. So, therefore, we aren't going to do that yet. We are going to call it good there. So the next part, we will actually do another side quest, one I've been looking forward to doing. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing if you really enjoyed it. Consider supporting the channel. All the support really helps to keep being content like this and more. I'll list that in the description below and all links to me on social media. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!